There's Cheyenne. And there's Gehrt. And there's me. And it's time to search for Sasquatch. We ready?
Ready.
We ready?
Saylorville.
Saylorville, here we go. All right, tell me what you just saw, Gehrt.
So I thought it was the reflection off there's a red light on the camera.
Okay.
I thought it was reflecting off my glasses. And I saw a red light up in the tree when I turned. I tried making it happen again. I couldn't get the right angle.
Interesting. See if I can, is this on? There we go. Aha, that's better.
It had been up in that tree.
Now we just need to focus. So he saw up in this tree here, possibly.
I think it's probably
Just reflection.
I just
Okay.
couldn't get the right angle.
Also, you'll notice it's raining right now, so we're gonna have to be really careful about what we're reacting to, because it sounds like a lot of things are like walking through the woods right now. So, making a note here, we saw some tire tracks back there, so we're about 99% sure that this is all done from some sort of a machine. But you can see that all of these tree limbs here are like ripped to shreds. Let me turn the night vision off here. Focus. Yeah, they're just like obliterated. And it's been so far basically the entire length of the trail at this point. Very strange. Rain has picked up and making it a little bit more difficult. But as you can see here, we found tracks for whatever is just pushing these shrubs and whatnot out of the way. So as one would say, not an active Bigfoot.
Unless he's driving a bobcat or something.
True. So possibly an active Bigfoot. An active and an active Bigfoot. Ayo!
Is that traffic? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
I did.
mark that.
It almost sounded like traffic, but
It did, but it's like traffic's a long ways away.
Yeah.
Sounded like a growl.
Yeah. I think it was traffic.
Traffic?
Someone cruising.
Yeah, someone with a loud muffler or something.
Yeah.
That has to be a vehicle.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
That's a vehicle.
Has to be. It's so consistent.
Yeah.
That would literally be like a Sasquatch just like humming.
Yeah.
Or like deeply like moaning or something. Also pay attention for changes in the weather. Wind speed, stuff like that. Or even if the rain were to stop or pick up as we makes the calls. Now there are houses that way.
Yeah.
They're not for a while, but we are definitely within barking distance for sure.
Sounds like a lawnmower or a
Yeah.
plane. It's like such a constant sound.
If it's a plane, it sounds like a small-bodied plane that's just like cruising at like a lower altitude. But it's like, really, right now?
And this consistently. I mean, it doesn't really get that much louder or that much quieter.
Exactly. And it's intermittent. It's not constant.
It does get louder every now and again, but
Well, let's continue up the trail, and we'll try to bend around that curve up here. See if we can get a little closer and hear it a little bit better. Also, just a note too. It's about 37 degrees right now, and so as we film, you're going to see our breath. So just make sure that that's not being mistaken for an anomaly or an apparition or anything like that. So
CGI.
it's all candy wrappers and flashlights.
Rain's picking up again.
Yep, rain is picking up.
What was that?
I heard something.
Right there. Is that an owl?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well. Oh, it's a dog. Isn't it?
An old dog.
Focus.
It sounds like an old dog, maybe.
Yeah, it's like a low,
Yeah.
very low sound.
And it doesn't really resonate.
Rumble strip. There is this trail back here to our right, Gert, or our
Yeah.
left, that we could go down.
Because the lake is just that way.
It's just straight out, yep.
Someone's got a dog on a boat?
I mean, if you think about it, sound travels pretty easily over water.
Yeah, that's true.
So, because I mean, we've heard tons of dogs barking and Sasquatch calls
Yeah.
coming across from the other side of the lake.
You want to take that trail down? Or?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's just hard to tell what
It is.
the
It's very,
sound
it's
is.
very far away.
And if it were an owl, normally you hear the resonating sound.
Right. Because at first I thought it was an owl. Because it would just sound like a single whoops.
So we're now lakeside. It's actually a pretty good place for a nest. Right here. There you go. That's better. All right, give me the first big call of the night. We have had on more than one occasion come to lakeside and done a big howl and actually got a response, along with dogs, coyotes, etc. But over top, or in the midst of that, we have heard long drawn out classic Squatch howls. So I'll give it my best cold-throated attempt here. I'm going to do just one of the lower calls. It generally is considered to be kind of like a, I'm here, this is my location kind of a call. So windy, it's hard to hear. Also, you'd think with the wind, it would help carry some sound over too. So mark that. The wind did pick up and gust a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
And here it is, it's picking up again. And as you'll see on Squatch, Iowa, it is very, very prevalent when it comes to hunting Sasquatch. Whether you're making calls or when activity is picking up, the weather is reacting. It's almost like it covers the noise, the movement, the calls, whatever. Definitely makes for a good case to get back into the trees to break some of that wind, to hopefully get some better sound. So let's go ahead and do that. So as we were getting ready to leave the trail here, Gert and Tiny made a good observation that the noises we were hearing back when we were farther in, that we thought was a dog, we assumed was a dog or even an owl to begin with. We maybe heard it once as we were walking out here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe one more time. But since we've been out here, it has not happened since. So, interesting, because it was happening fairly frequently when we were back.
yeah.
Now, a dog could have been let outside to go to the bathroom or whatever and was barking at its owner or an animal, something. But just, it's still something to take into consideration. So, let's head back into the woods. Okay, so literally, we just turned the camera off and we were getting ready to walk and I tripped on a piece of wood and I heard kind of a sound that sounded like, ooh, like right over here. Ooh. Wind. Woo! Now I want to point out that since we walked up this trail, the wind has been way less evident
Yeah.
until I made that call.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's pretty consistent. Gert, were you seeing something?
Seemed like a glint of light up there. It's the trail right there.
Sounded exactly like when I clicked Mario's flashlight.
Oh, really?
I didn't click it. I thought you had and you didn't.
Say what happened again?
I heard the exact sound of when I clicked my flashlight behind us.
Really?
And I thought you clicked yours and you didn't, and I didn't.
Okay, so playing off of that, we know that it is very strongly possible that Sasquatch mimic sounds to either confuse or interact. And who's to say that a creature that already uses vocal noises to communicate couldn't be using some sort of a to communicate too? I mean, Sasquatch are well known to be whistlers as well.
Yeah.
And so who's to say that a sound similar to the clicking of the flashlight couldn't be mimicked?
It was exactly the same.
So click your flashlight, Tiny.
This is how it sounded. You know, it was even faster. It was like that.
Just like that, huh? Had that little bit of a hollow sound to it and everything.
Oh, exactly.
Interesting.
It was really fast too.
Very strange rain system going through right now. You can literally hear it like moving through the trees, but it's barely even hitting us. Woo! Woo! Ooh, I'm getting a bit of a feeling. Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely getting the feeling. Interesting, this battery has been eaten.
Really?
I had almost 200 minutes of battery and I'm down to 54.
Sounded like it would have been a bird or something. But it was just a single call.
Can you mimic it?
It sounded kind of like it's really high pitched.
Okay.
It was like
Like a squeal?
yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's move up a little bit. Woo! Woo! Right back up to
It sounds like movement over here, doesn't
I
it?
was just gonna say, I know there's a lot of noise from the raindrops, but man, it sounds like there's something moving through the trees.
Footsteps.
Now, it's going to be very difficult to hear that on this video because there are so many like drops and settling because of the rain. But we are definitely hearing what seems like movement that is different than the rain. It sounds heavier. And we're kind of starting to see a correlation of events that are happening with, I got dizzy stepping out here. Then we heard what sounded like tree knocks. Then we're hearing footsteps. And not to mention the squeal that Tiny heard. the little bit of a whoop whoop sound I heard, the heavy movement Gehrt heard, we're definitely hearing things. And we are taking into consideration the fact that there is rain still falling, it's still settling, and still dripping from the trees. But as we're out here, we're getting used to what that sounds like, and we're hearing things that are sounding different from those. So they're set apart. So it's causing our ears to react differently to those things. Maybe I should let out a big howl.
More footsteps over here.
Whoa! 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 What's that?
I don't know, man. I heard that.
Did you hear that, Tiny?
Heard like a reply, right?
Yeah.
Like a longer one.
Real long, screechy.
I thought I was hearing it from behind us, and then I heard it over here.
Really? Heard that.
Try it again.
Whoa! 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 I'm really glad you heard that.
It's like that's traffic. It didn't sound like traffic.
No.
But if you can hear that traffic, you should have been able to hear the holler when you review this.
Yeah, that was really good. Hopefully you can hear that on the video.
Okay, go ahead. Whoa.
Dude, that was movement.
Well, it sounded like footsteps
That
and
was-
then something get thrown, right?
Big footsteps.
Okay, go ahead. Whoa. Okay, go ahead. Whoa. Okay, go ahead. Whoa. Okay, go ahead. Whoa.
Okay, so we got things going on right now. Whew, I'm covered in goosebumps. Covered in goosebumps.
Do you have another battery by chance?
Yeah. Yep, I got 2 or 3.
26 minutes.
Okay. Whew, okay.
It's crazy because we haven't heard like movement like that all night.
No. And there's more over here, dude.
Yeah?
Okay, really quick. We're standing here just talking about different things that have been happening. We talked about the wind has died down. The rain wasn't really happening much anymore. And right behind us, in this tree behind us, which our movement is happening right now. It sounds like something is peeing from the tree. Just this water pouring. You can't see it. And a leaf is falling. And then Tiny is hearing movement over here. She gets goosebumps. I get goosebumps. I tell Gehrt to hit record on the camera. And I don't know, do we have
It was recording, yeah.
Okay, so it was recording as massive. I heard 2 distinct footsteps,
Yep.
and then like either something falling, something being thrown,
Yeah.
something settling directly across. And I was like, this is so loud and profound that I was expecting to see something standing over there.
Yeah.
Me too. That scared me.
Yeah, I was like, here it is. This is
Yeah.
the moment. This is the moment we're going to see something.
It was terrifying too because we heard that dropping sound just like cascade around us.
Yes.
And then from exactly the point that we heard it stop, we heard the footsteps.
Heard the footsteps. It was like it, I don't know, maybe we're having another level of Bigfoot experience here. That they, like, I am so covered in goosebumps right now. It goes through like the wind. And then when that wind stops is where it stops. And we heard the footsteps land. and either it threw something or it settled itself, something. But the weather is reacting according to things that we're experiencing.
Yeah.
And it's
kind of gives more credence to the Nephilim.
Nephilim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always go back to that.
Yep. Sasquatch are supernatural.
Yeah.
And not in the sense of a ghost.
Yeah.
In the sense of they are a combination, we believe, what is known as the Nephilim, combination of fallen angels that bred with human daughters and created these angel hybrid creatures that can literally transcend dimensions.
Isn't there something to do with them being like alien too? So if they were an alien or seen as an alien, that could be just when they were angel falling from heaven.
Yep. Yeah, an unknown creature, you know.
And they were huge.
Yeah.
Massive.
Nephilim
Giants.
were giants. And they bred with women, human women.
Yep.
And so their babies were massive.
And so you have these human forms that have supernatural abilities. And you're talking giants, and so you're thinking abnormal sized features.
Right.
And if I don't know.
Big movement over here.
Yeah.
Just as we hear something, rain starts coming down.
Yep. In this one spot.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Consistent movement.
I don't know if my mind is getting tripped up, which wouldn't be. I think it must have been tiny as go. But I'm looking, I'm scanning, and I'm looking at my peripherals as well. And as I get to where tiny is in my peripherals, I see the shape of a massive person standing behind you.
Was it
And then I
breath?
turned and what?
Was it Cheyenne's breath or anything?
No,
Maybe?
like it was a
No?
form. Now I'm not saying it was actually anything. It
Yeah.
could have been just the peripheral of my non-glasses
Yeah, oh,
combined
gotcha.
with my glasses.
Yeah.
Because when I looked at you, there was nothing there.
It's freaking
But I
me
had a
out.
very deep sensation.
Yeah, it's freaking me out though. That's why I keep looking over here, is because I keep feeling like it's behind us.
Maybe it's like way closer than
I
I
still
realized.
keep hearing footsteps over here, and it sounds like it's going this way.
Yeah, I agree. It's
From
the
left
entire
to
time
right.
the movement we've been hearing is that, and then there's
Mhm.
that like kind of settling, stepping over here, but all the activity over here is moving to our left, moving towards the vehicle.
Being a valley like that, it could be deer because they'll
It's
travel
true,
that.
absolutely.
Often.
However, we've not heard.
Yeah. And behind us over here, those two footsteps and something
100%.
falling.
Yep.
If it was a deer, we would have heard it consistently
Yeah.
walk off. Yeah.
Kind of the 4 feet, not 2.
What was that? Irish jig.
Let's step away from this area a little bit
Yeah.
and walk up the bike path and see if I'll make some calls up there and see what happens.
Cool. Yeah, I'll zoom in on
There it is. There's the other eyes.
You
See?
guys see stuff?
Yeah. It's a deer.
2 sets of eyes.
The other movements that we have been hearing are bipedal. They're human-like. Just 2 feet. Step, 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 step. And that's what we've been hearing tonight. There they are. Just looking at us. I don't know if you guys can see them on camera. I don't think so. Yeah, just hanging out. We could have ourselves some fresh venison if we ran out there. Oh yeah, a
great.
couple of
There's
them.
another
3 of
one
them.
to the
Yeah,
right,
3
yeah.
deer. We got 3 deer.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Gert, point your flashlight a little bit up and then to the right. There it is. Wow, look at them.
Wow.
Clear as day. There you go. You guys can see the eye glimmer. Yep, 3 deer.
Wow.
I'm going to do some calls and see if we can get any reaction to that. keep in mind there are deer over here to our right. Something that we have discovered over the last year, especially while filming Squatch, Iowa, is that the wind moves or the weather reacts when calls are happening. And as I did those calls, we're hearing like this wind with a little bit of rain falling down at the same time, right after I do those calls. I will say, since we've moved from the spot, so the spot that we heard like the sound of the peeing from the tree and everything was literally right down this trail here a little ways. And we decided to walk up this way, and then that's when we went live on Facebook. And since then, things have mostly quieted down. It could be because our attention has shifted some, but even if that's all we walk away with from tonight was a success, because we've had some incredible experiences, from the red flashes or the red eyes or the red lights, whatever it might be, motion in the trees, motions on the ground, the sound of peeing from the tree, but yet there's no liquid falling from the tree, and it wasn't raining, heavy footsteps, and overall feeling that something was nearby. Classic Sasquatch stuff. Classic stuff. A lot of what we are hearing too still is water settling from the trees, falling off the leaves, off the branches, and stuff like that. I'm gonna make a call and see how they react. Okay.
No cares.
Nope.
It's like they've heard it before.
Exactly.
Do it again. They look at you and then they go back to grazing.
And they're just chilling.
Yeah. They're getting a little weary of you, but
This one here's
yeah, this one's not. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a longer call.
Okay.
Really? Keep looking that way.
What'd you hear, Cheyenne?
No, she saw more eyes over here.
Oh, I thought I heard more footsteps over here.
Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta say,
it doesn't care, dude.
They don't care.
No.
They don't care. If they were completely unfamiliar with this sound, in my opinion, I
Yeah.
am not an expert, but in my opinion, they are aware of the sound, they acknowledge the sound, and they go back to eating.
Yeah.
They're just chilling. They're just grazing. That is a first. We've never done that before, and that reaction is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I was hoping for. Oh, that was awesome.
So there's what, 3 deer over there, or maybe
Three
more?
confirmed. Yep.
And they say if there's a Bigfoot, you'd be able to hear it walking through. Well,
Yep.
there's 4 deer there, and we heard 1 footstep.
Yep.
So-
Exactly. That's a great point, Gert.
Yeah.
Great point. There are 3 confirmed, if not 4 deer, literally less than a football field away from us right now.
Oh, it's 100 feet.
50,
100
yeah.
feet, maybe.
Yeah. Do you hear anything?
No.
No sound. We heard very distinct footsteps.
It was so loud.
So
Yeah.
loud. They're right there. Walking, moving, no sound. The wind is louder
Yeah.
than them walking through the trees. All right, let's keep going down the trail a little bit. All I have to say is if we get a sighting tonight, this will basically be a perfect Sasquatch hunt.
Oh, that'd be a
Like,
movie in itself,
straight up.
dude.
Straight up.
Yeah.
With everything that has happened, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because we've each had experiences. Not a single one of us is leaving empty-handed tonight.
Yeah. Seriously.
Profound experiences.
It's been a crazy night.
Yeah. So, This is the, has to be, and I wouldn't say the exact spot, but very close proximity to the area in 2013 when we saw a Sasquatch, what we believe to be a Sasquatch. I should point that out specifically. We came to this point and we looked out over the field. We followed a set of eyes. And again, people would say, well, it could be a deer. Deer don't generally stand drastically higher. I mean, they might peek their head up, look, put their head back down. This stands up, okay? Stands up. And then it goes back down and it like seemingly army crawled. We can't confirm because we couldn't really see, but it seemed like it crawled away. And
I will say, looking at it now, is that does go back and down.
mm-hmm.
So
It could have walked away.
yeah.
Yep. And we explored that whole entire area on Squatch, Iowa.
Right.
What was that? I don't know.
Is that terrific?
It sounded like a howl.
It sounded like a howl.
It sounded like a howl.
Is it coyote?
I don't know, dude.
Coyotes.
Nice. Whew. Whew. That got me. I was like, what? That's cool. Gosh, they're probably several miles away. Coyotes are killing something.
Coyotes just killed something.
Yeah, that was a weird sound.
Yeah, it was.
And then I definitely think it was something that got killed because it was like a
Yeah. Yep.
like bit it. Something.
Rabbit, maybe.
Yeah.
And at first, it sounded like a little yapper dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it wasn't
I
a
hope
little
it
dog.
wasn't. I know there's a house that way.
Yeah.
Not too far from here. But it sounded like it was in the trees. So if it was away from home. Unless they grabbed it and took it out here.
Yeah.
Which is highly possible.
It is. They'll do that.
You know? All right. So we're going to head back to the location where we're having all that crazy activity and see if we can pick up on anything else before we decide how we're going to finish out our night.
Okay. Just find a stick and see if you can't do a tree knot.
Tree knocks were worthless.
Yeah.
We tried to do. Definitely one thing I wish we heard more was tree knocks. Because you never hear them,
Yeah.
you know? Squatch is real. He's real.